And let's just jump right into the deep end here. Katie Logan has officially lost her mind. Or maybe she is a total genius. I honestly do not even know anymore. But she really did it. Katie actually hired Shauna Fulton. Yes, you heard me right. Shauna Fulton is the new exclusive jewelry designer for Logan. I mean, what is happening in Los Angeles right now? Katie deciding to put aside all the past grudges and bad blood to bring Shauna into the fold is wild. We all know the history there. The Logans and Shauna have never exactly been best friends. But Katie is playing a completely different game right now. She is out for blood, and she does not care who she has to align with to get it. I was watching the screen just blinking like, wait, is this real? And it is? Katie is building an absolute army over at Logan, and she just recruited one of the most unpredictable players on the board. So let's talk about the jewelry itself, because this is where it gets crazy. Shauna did not just show up with some basic necklaces. No, she came armed with techniques that she learned directly from Quinn Fuller. You guys remember Quinn's jewelry, right? It was always so dangerous and edgy and intricate. It was art, and Shauna was Quinn's best friend for years, so it makes total sense that she picked up a few things, but I did not expect her to be this good. Shauna is out here creating these absolute masterpieces that are just dripping with that old Quinn Fuller magic. It feels almost like a ghost is designing these pieces. And I have to admit, I kind of love it. It makes me miss Quinn so much, but seeing Shauna channel that energy is brilliant. The pieces are bold and heavy, and they demand attention, which is exactly what Katie wanted. But here is the thing, this whole jewelry line launch was perfectly timed to be a direct hit on Forrester Creations. And oh my god, it was a bloodbath. Let's set the scene. Eric Forrester is having his massive haute couture fashion show. This was supposed to be his glorious return. The big comeback to prove that Forrester is still the king of high fashion. The runway is set, the lights are gorgeous, Eric is standing there looking so proud. And honestly, I felt a tiny bit bad for him, just a tiny bit, because Eric is a legend. But then the Logan show drops at the exact same time. Katie and Shauna unveil this exclusive jewelry line, and the entire fashion world just tilts on its axis. And the influencers. Oh my god, the influencers. Steffy Forrester always relies on these top-tier social media influencers to hype up FC events. She had them all lined up for Eric's show. They were sitting in the front row waiting for the couture. But then their phones start buzzing, pictures of Shauna's jewelry start hitting the internet. And right there, in the middle of the Forrester building, these influencers start standing up. They literally get up out of their seats and walk out. They ditched Forrester Creations at the very last minute to run across town to the Logan event. Because Shauna's jewelry was trending that hard, I was screaming at my television. You could literally see the exact moment Steffi's soul left her body. Steffi went absolutely insane, and I mean full-on meltdown mode. She is standing there watching her front row empty out, and she is just shaking with rage. You guys know how Steffi gets when she loses. She hates losing more than anything in the world. But losing to Katie Logan, and losing to Shauna Fulton of all people, it was too much for her to process. She was yelling, she was pacing, she looked like she wanted to break something. And part of me was like, okay, Steffi, maybe calm down. But then another part of me was like, no, this is incredible television. Steffi has been so smug lately. She has been walking around Forrester like she owns the entire universe and treating everyone else like peasants. So seeing her get completely outplayed by Katie and Shauna was kind of satisfying. Okay, that sounded harsh, but you get what I mean. Steffi needed a wake-up call, and Katie just delivered it with a sledgehammer. But Eric, poor Eric, His entire haute couture collection was completely overshadowed. Nobody was talking about his dresses. The entire fashion press was only talking about the Logan jewelry. Shauna's intricate, Quinn-inspired pieces just completely stole the spotlight. Eric looked so defeated. He put so much money and time into this comeback, and it just vanished into thin air. And you have to wonder what this means for Forrester Creations moving forward. If Eric's best work cannot compete with a brand new jewelry line from a rival house, are they in serious trouble? I think they are, and Steffy knows it too. Which is exactly why she is going to seek nuclear revenge. There is no way Steffy just takes this hit and moves on. She is probably plotting right now to destroy Shauna and Katie. So while all of this chaos is happening, we have Brooke Logan. Brooke is watching her sister turn into this ruthless corporate monster, and she is terrified. Brooke corners Katie and gives her this massive warning. And you have to remember Brooke and Shauna have a terrible history. Do we all remember the Vegas wedding thing with Ridge? Brooke hates Shauna with a burning passion. So seeing Katie hire the woman who tried to steal her husband is just mind-blowing to Brooke. Brooke is standing there telling Katie that she is making a huge mistake. She warns Katie that Shauna always has a hidden agenda. That Shauna is a snake and that betrayal is just a matter of time. And honestly, Brooke is probably right. Shauna is not just doing this out of the goodness of her heart. Shauna always wants something more. But Katie does not care. Katie is so drunk on power right now. She looks Brooke right in the eye and completely dismisses her. Katie actually calls Shauna her secret weapon. She says Shauna is the key to taking Logan to the absolute top of the fashion world. Katie is ignoring all the Logan family backlash. Donna is probably somewhere crying about the family falling apart. Brooke is screaming about loyalty, but Katie is just staring at the sales numbers and smiling. It is so wild to see Katie act like this. For years, Katie was the quiet sister, the one who got walked all over, the one who was always just Bill's wife or Brooke's little sister. But not anymore. Katie is a warlord now. And I have to wonder if Katie is flying too close to the sun, because Brooke makes a valid point. Shauna Fulton is dangerous. She is opportunistic. What happens when Shauna decides she wants more power at Logan? What happens if Shauna decides she wants to take over? Katie thinks she can control her because she gave her this opportunity. But nobody controls Shauna, especially now that Shauna has Wyatt backing her up. Wyatt and Shauna made that bold proposal to Bill a few episodes ago, and now Shauna is the star of the fashion world. Wyatt is probably loving this. He loves his mom, and he loves seeing her succeed. Plus, Wyatt has that hope for the future diamond. I am still trying to figure out how that diamond fits into all of this. Did they use the diamond to fund the jewelry line? Are they going to incorporate the diamond into one of Shauna's designs? If Shauna sets that cursed diamond into a Quinn-style necklace, the entire city of Los Angeles might actually explode. Let's just take a step back and look at the bigger picture here. The war between Forrester Creations and Logan just reached a level of toxicity that we have not seen in years. This is not just about clothes anymore. This is deeply personal. Katie poaching Hope was bad enough. But hiring Shauna to intentionally ruin Eric's big comeback show, that is a declaration of total war. Steffy is going to retaliate. And when Steffy retaliates, she goes for the throat. I would not be surprised if Steffy tries to dig up dirt on Shauna to ruin her reputation. Or maybe Steffy will try to poach someone from Logan. Could Steffy try to steal Deke Sharp back? Or maybe she will go after Katie's personal life. And what about Bill Spencer in all of this? Bill was hesitant about Shauna at first. He did not really want to fund her jewelry line. But now that Shauna just single-handedly humiliated Forrester Creations, Bill is probably thrilled. Bill hates Ridge and he hates Forrester. Seeing them squirm is Bill's favorite hobby. So Bill is probably going to throw even more money at Shauna and Katie, which is only going to make Brooke even more furious. Brooke is stuck in the middle. She is married to Ridge, who is watching his family business get destroyed by her sister. Brooke's loyalties are being stretched so thin they are going to snap. I honestly do not know how Ridge and Brooke's marriage survives this. Ridge is going to blame Katie, Brooke is going to try to defend Katie, but also agree that Shauna is evil, and it is just going to be a huge mess. I keep thinking about the influencers walking out. That visual is just stuck in my head. Imagine being Eric Forrester, standing by the runway and watching the people you paid to be there just leave. It is humiliating, and Zende. Oh man, Zende must be watching this and just laughing. Zende got his designs benched by Steffy because she wanted to pause hope for the future. Zende has been so frustrated, and now he gets to watch Steffy's Big Haute Couture event crash and burn. I bet Zende is secretly thrilled. Maybe this is the push Zende needs to finally quit Forrester and go over to Logan. Katie said she would not poach any more Forresters, but if Zende comes to her begging for a job, you know she will take him. Katie is collecting Forrester enemies like Infinity Stones right now. Honestly, you guys, this storyline is exactly why I watch this show. It is messy, it is petty, it is entirely driven by people holding on to grudges for decades. Katie hiring Shauna is a master stroke of soap opera villainy. It is so out of character for the old Katie, but so perfect for this new, ruthless CEO Katie. She is willing to burn down her own family relationships just to prove that she can win. Brooke is right to be worried. Shauna is a ticking time bomb. But until that bomb goes off, Logan is winning the war. They are on top. Forrester is scrambling. I just cannot wait to see what Steffy does next. She is a wounded animal right now, and that is when she is the most dangerous. She is going to tear through the Forrester offices looking for someone to blame. She will probably yell at Charlie. She will probably yell at RJ. She will probably yell at anyone who makes eye contact with her. And Hope. Where is Hope in all of this? Hope is secretly working for Logan too. Does Hope know about Shauna? Hope and Shauna do not exactly have a great history either. Remember the whole baby Beth secret. Flo Fulton, Shauna's daughter, kept Hope's baby a secret. How is Hope going to feel working in the same building as Shauna Fulton? Katie is forcing all these people who hate each other to work together just to beat Steffy. It is a recipe for an absolute disaster, and I am here for every single second of it. So what do you guys think? Is Katie a genius for hiring Shauna and using Quinn's legacy to crush Forrester? Or is Brooke right that Shauna is going to betray them all and ruin everything? And how on earth is Steffy going to get revenge for this influencer humiliation? Let me know down in the comments because my brain is spinning. I need to go make another pot of coffee and rewatch that scene of the influencers walking out because it was just pure gold. I will see you guys in the next update. Hopefully my heart rate will be back to normal by then.